Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a video. We're going to talk about the world ranks today. We've just had an update, East versus West. Number 3 has just concluded, and we have had absolute spanners thrown in the works when it comes to the overall rankings, thanks to a couple of matches that have taken place and really have upset the apple cart, so to speak. So I'm going to get straight to the point. You guys are going to go crazy in the comments section, and I'm looking forward to reading it. There's going to be a lot of debate, a lot of argument over these world rankings in the next few days and a few weeks. And I wanted to give you guys somewhere to argue. So here's my top 10 as I see it personally. This is just my opinion. Take from it what you will. This is my 10. I divide this up into chapters because there are a lot of gray areas that really can't be defined. The first clear definition is who is number 1. It's Levan. Levan Saginashvili is ranked number 1 in the world. Okay, you can draw a clear line underneath Levan as the number 1. Numbers 2 and 3 I have as Devon and Vitaly. To me, they are interchangeable until proven otherwise. Vitaly is waiting in the wings. Devon is the next man to have a crack at Levan. Okay, we don't know between Devon and Vitaly who's who. So I'm going to put them both in the 2 to 3 category. Okay, so we don't know who number 2 is, but all we know is that they're number 2 and 3. Now, 4 through 7 is another area. Okay, I'm putting this as the next chapter of the ranks. Chapter 3 in the ranks. The names in there: Ermes, Dave Chaffee, Kurdecha, Kvikvinia. Those guys are fully interchangeable. Now, of course, we just had Gennady defeat Dave Chaffee. Previously, Dave Chaffee was in that chapter of the top guys. He was at number 4. After losing to Gennady, he has slid down and is now in the next bracket. I don't know where to put him because this little circular rotation of names, Ermes, Chaffee, Kurdecha, and Gennady, they've all beaten and lost to each other. For example, Ermes got belted by Kurdecha. Okay, Kurdecha got belted by Chaffee. Gennady got belted by Ermes. Okay, so you can see what I'm saying. It goes around circular. No one of these 4 guys has had victories concisely over each other. For me, we need to, in order to determine this one, we need to see Ermes up against Dave Chaffee and Kurdecha against Gennady. I'd like to see those matches to see what data we get. But until that happens, those guys, 4 through 7, I don't know, you pick the order as whatever you want, but there's always going to be a case for someone else to be higher. So until we get that data, Ermes, Chaffee, Kurdecha, and Gennady, all equally ranked 4 through 7. Then at number 8, I have a standalone man, Evgeny Prudnik. I believe he is a clear number 8. He's not quite in that 4 through 7, but he's definitely not in the 9-10 yet. Prudnik stands alone firmly at number 8. Then at 9 and 10, I have Todd Hutchings and John Brzenk, interchangeable. Todd Hutchings, with his victory over Irakli Saginashvili, in very dominant fashion, I put him edging at number 9. If I had to pick a 9, I'd go Todd. And John Brzenk, the rise of the GOAT is back on, and it continues. Controversial fashion did he get victory with Zurav Tavaridze getting very obscure wins in the early rounds, but John coming through with the goods in the end. I take him as number 10. Now, points of note, Michael Todd, for me, has now slipped outside of the number 10. With his loss to Rivas, I can no longer place him in the top 10. He'll always be a legend of the sport and a champion, but no longer is Michael Todd considered in the top 10 of the overall ranks in the world. There are, of course, many people knocking on the door, and there's people like Jerry Cadorette. Always could be a threat to any of these guys. I'd like to see him back in the mix. Dimitri Trubin, when he's healthy and not injured, again, threatening to all of those guys. Adam Morozov, after his performance today, you have to say he's close as well. But that is it for me. My 1 to 10, one more time, it's Levan number 1, number 2 and 3 interchangeable, Devon and Vitaly, 4 through 7 interchangeable, Ermes, Chaffee, Kurdecha, Gennady, number 8, Prudnik, number 9 and 10 interchangeable, Todd Hutchings, John Brzenk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for my top 10. Leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Am I crazy? Am I on the money? Lots to talk about in the arm wrestling world. All right, guys. Take care.